Watching It Comes at Night, man. That's that 2017 rated R horror film. I don't know if you can really call it a horror film though, man. It was more of like a psychological thriller, man. I had a great time watching it. It was fascinating. Me personally, I would like to see a prequel. I would like to see another story inside of this world, man. This really inspired me, man, to start writing again. I'm not gonna lie to you. Start writing some scripts, man, and just punching out some things left and right, man. This was excellent, man. I gotta find out who the director and stuff is, and I'll start writing some comments underneath this video. But yeah, you gotta check this thing out, man. There's this apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic situation that's going on, kind of like the events of The Walking Dead. Some sort of virus has taken over the world, okay? And when you figure out what's going on, when you get deep inside of the house, inside the house with this family, this couple, man, and their kid, it takes you, man, on a journey, man. There was another one, It Follows. Remember that movie? I did a review about it, and this is on the same exact level, man. People, I think, will underrate it. They'll call it, it's not as good, or false advertising, all that good stuff, man. But if you actually give this thing a opportunity, man, you will be entertained. Nothing really scary about it, to be honest. I think more or less it kind of deals with impacts of society and how we deal with certain situations. I don't want to spoil too much, man. But I will say this: family plays a big factor inside this movie. You will see some decisions made that will have you either screaming at the screen like, "Yo, what are you doing? Don't do that." It'll definitely get a reaction out of you. And I haven't had a movie like this in a while that has me on the edge of my seat and thinking about it afterwards, man. It's a very thought-provoking movie. It gets you thinking about it, man. You're like, man, what would happen if something like this really actually happened, man? I'm gonna flip this camera back around. I think that whoever was responsible for the advertising and marketing, I don't understand why they would have put the dog as the focus. I don't understand that at all, man. I thought that Joel did a good job, man, as far as, he always delivers with his acting and stuff like that, and that looks pretty damn spooky behind me, I'm not gonna lie about that. But yeah, I had a blast, man. It took me a while to go see it. I was supposed to go see it in theaters, but I couldn't get off work because, retail is just retail. It's a beast, and they just don't want you to have any sort of freedom outside of it. But this was something that I probably should have watched in theater. Thankfully I had some pretty good surround sound and was able to kind of be put inside of a theater sort of mode, man. I got it all pitch black and dark inside here. As you can see, there's only light is back here, but a little backlight, so I won't trip over anything and stuff. As you get older, you just take your glasses off and then you can't see as much. But I love the factor of, if you watch The Sinner on what is it, USA Network, there's a guy from The Sinner inside of this movie, and I thought that he really brought his A game. I thought this guy was gonna immediately be a threat, and then they pulled off a huge blindside, and then they came back and they had a little bit of redemption. But he did a really good job, man. Going from good guy to bad guy, and then back again. Me personally, I would have made the decision to blast their brains out immediately. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have took that long. Seriously, the first time that I saw the guy, I would have asked him, are you sick? He would have said no. I would have shot him in the face. Period. Done. Game over. No questions asked. And the reason why is, man, because this is the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? There is no time for games. There is no time for friendships. Everything ends, at the end of the world, and there's no excuse for any of that, man. So it's survival of the fittest, man, and you have to be ready to take action, man. No matter if it's a man, woman, child, whatever, dog, whatever. You put yourself first, and that's it, man. This guy that had his family inside of this little cabin had everything set up perfectly. Food, water, shelter, every sort of survival kit, ammunition, what is it, like tape, okay, survival kits, and to have someone, I don't know, to feel sorry for someone and have some sort of empathy for somebody in a situation like that, it's unnecessary, you know. Like, you have to take care of 3 people, okay? Yourself, you know, your grandpa, you know, obviously he died, you know what I'm saying, and then your wife, and obviously your son, you know what I'm saying. So when grandpa died, there's 3 of you guys left. You had enough food for 4 people. So if one person dies, you now have ample amount of food to survive even longer, because, you know, grandpa's no longer eating, you know, the oatmeal, okay? He's dead, all right? So you have to make sure that nobody comes inside of your place, man. I didn't understand a lot of the stuff that the decisions that they made. You know, the restroom would have been moved closer. You know, everything would have been accessible through the house. You know what I'm saying? One way in, one way out. I do totally, absolutely agree with that. We've seen that in every single post-apocalyptic you know, movie and stuff like that, and scenario like that. But I just don't understand the other stuff, man. You know, the bathroom should have been accessible from the back of the house. You know, the supplies for the tape and stuff like that, that should have been inside the house. You know, there should be really no reason for you to go outside rather than to, you know, recharge your melanin, okay? You know, get some vitamin D. And then that's it. There's no reason for you to go out there, you know what I'm saying? And then if somebody broke into your house, they die. Period. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You're dead. You're done. You're game over. Okay, and that's why I like this poster for one reason. I just don't know why they put the dog there, because the dog dies immediately. But the dog understands the threat. Okay, that's its nature. Okay, but for some reason, you know, us as human beings, we're so trustworthy and forgiving and all that stuff, man. Dude, you don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? If people are if you're having to burn your grandpa, okay, take him out on a wagon, dump him in a you know, man-made grave, and then light him on fire with gasoline, bro. You don't have time to play around, man. So I don't care if he would have gave me a sob story or none of that stuff, man. I would have blasted his brains out, and then after that, I would have drove, you know, the 50 miles, killed his wife, killed his kids, grabbed the goats, grabbed all the rest of the animals, bring them back. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew there was going to be an ambush, number one, okay? And when the guy was like, yeah, you know, 50 miles out, I got a cabin. 80 miles out is where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's, you know, come on. You know, do the math on that, bro. That's over 100, man. All right, so, man, somebody... Let me see. I think somebody's... All right, somebody's interrupting my call, so I gotta... Man, anyway, hey, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I'm gonna try to get this call back. That's it. We're out here. Go see the movie. Is it off?